So
I'm gonna leave it up.
sound is up. We're gonna kick into our video playback here. Hey, welcome to another edition of Modern Day Thrive.
Sorry.
What was that?
I was on the wide for some reason.
It was on the. It was just. It looked weird.
It did. We'll look
Yeah.
at it in a minute.
Punch it up again. I want to see this. Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah, it looked different. Okay, so fine. Hey,
Never mind.
welcome to another edition of Modern Day Thrive. I am your host. That was a technical weird thing that just happened there. I was like, what the hell am I looking at? I am your host, Dean Baker, and over the next hour, we're going to be talking about small business side hustle, about finance and retirement and investments and crypto and all these great, wonderful things that we can do every day, every week, every month, until we hit that big end game. So, as always, to my immediate left is George Weber. George, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I am thirsty for coffee right now.
Yeah, probably should have got a water. That's all right.
Well,
Okay.
it's been an interesting week. Lots of things happening out there in the world.
Oh my goodness.
Not
all good.
Not all good. People are being indicted, and people, not even people you'd expect.
True.
Stuff that's always been on the news for say the last 6, 7, 8 months.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's just all of a sudden, like you just told me something a minute ago. Some porn star
Ron Jeremy
got indicted for how many counts of assault?
I think it was 30.
So it was assault.
I think it was sexual assault. Yeah.
Well, I am just, I don't really care.
Well,
I'm just like, okay, there's not going to be a vigil out there going, free Ron Jeremy.
It's not like we didn't see it coming.
I mean, a porn star getting indicted for sexual assault is almost like an oxymoron, It's
I don't think it was on camera though. It was probably off camera.
I'm not sure, something like that. So, anyways, hey, if you're all out there, who's out there? Somebody's out there. We got a viewer. Please, let's take care of some business. Please like, follow, and share this webcast. Last week we had an enormous amount of activity.
We did
on
actually.
the webcast, not to mention the people in the show. So, just brought a kind of it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. We had Daniel from Daniel Mac Shaw, one of our thrivers, out and about doing his thing, doing his side hustles, and
popped him from his car.
And old friend of mine, Dave, that him and I are working on some projects together on, for some passion projects.
Sure.
For my business. And please, if you're out there and you're happy and you're watching this, please like, follow, and share. Especially in any other groups you're in, if they're public groups and you feel people can get a good message out of this. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling in business and finance, and the more we can share out there, the better we can better we can reach people on a number of levels.
Oh,
And
sure.
so also, if anybody's out there wanting to actually chime in, I'm going to post the invite for StreamYard. So if this link I'm going to put in the chats, nope, in the chats, in the comments section, I'm going to post this. And if anybody out there wants to chime in, this is camera, this is camera friendly, like a Zoom conversation. We use StreamYard. And
Tops and pants on, please.
yeah, leave your clothes on. But anybody out there wanting to stream in and have a conversation with us, ask us questions, ask us anything, feel free to jump in.
Heck, just want to talk.
If you just want to talk about your business, your side hustle, promote your business if you like. So
tell us how your day went. I don't care.
We definitely want to kind of reach people on a bunch of different levels. So,
sure.
In fact, did we ever?
Uh-oh.
So what's happening?
I
Oh,
ran out of
Naja.
gas.
Hey, Naja.
You
Sorry,
ran out of gas
I
today.
ran out of gas. Yeah, she did. She was doing great out front. Naja is our ever loving hot dog cart vendor. She's got that famous Sabrett, New York hot dogs that she parks right out in front of my office. So I have front door access to a hot dog vendor so many days a week. And and she was doing a great day.
Really?
And I guess ran out of propane and something like that. So she was done kind of early. So the vintage hot dog cart hashtag, and that's on Facebook. So you can kind of go out there and
check her out.
Yeah, she's got the good stuff and those
appreciate the likes, guys.
Knishes. So I'm just gonna kick that off because a few weeks ago I was talking about my stove went out of whack.
Oh yeah,
and
means we have the audience today.
We have my stove went out of whack, and where is it? Where's the video?
Top right, top middle. Sorry, right.
Top middle.
Yeah,
that's it. So I'm gonna have to. I gotta share something here. So everyone, bear with me. Let me get this. Like, follow, and share off of here because we are gonna share you some.
Nashta, this is for you.
Yeah. So I actually my stove went on the fritz.
Mm-hmm.
It broke. I still have to have it looked at. I'm not just gonna throw it out and replace it because it's not that old. It's less than probably 5 years old. So
and nothing you buy is gonna last anyway.
But they say somebody said the brain is whatever. So I like breakfast, so I need my stove, and I don't feel like going outside to get on the barbecue. So I decided I bought a George Foreman grill, and I figured out how to make.
Let's just show them.
I'm going to show you. So we're just going to have fun. We're not going away. We're here. So, I am going to actually, here it is, it's popping up and it's playing. Hey everybody, this is Dean with Modern Day Thrive, and the other night I told the other guests on the show, and especially Naja, that I was making my breakfast on a George Foreman grill. So watch. Okay, start with a little extra virgin olive oil. Let's get a little spray on there. Get a little spray on the top. Boom. Hope you can all hear this. Takes care of that.
Yeah, I think it's coming.
I like eggs together fast. And when my stove broke a couple weeks ago, I had to do something. So here we go. There's one. It's not like those tasty videos.
No.
Shoot it over. I'm gonna do one of those. Just so it's
you can mount it up top right there.
Now I am doing a grilled egg and cheese sandwich. Also promised Naja that I found this recently. Keto friendly buns. They're okay, but the carbs are really low. Not a glowing endorsement for bread, but.
If you gotta have the bread, you don't want the carbs.
It's a delivery because of the cooking spray. Not getting them. They're not sticking at all. So here's what I do when I do a egg sandwich. I do a broken egg sandwich. So I am gonna break these, even though I don't have to. So I'm gonna break these, and I want this to cook fast. So There you go. Nothing easier than George Foreman.
I know. I tell you, steaks, whatever,
Part
they were
2
great.
is some already cooked bacon.
Which I also got
So
from
I'm going to
Aldi.
take a
Yeah.
little bacon,
Really inexpensive.
put it right here on the
Bacon
grill. I
at
want to
Aldi.
get those things
I
kind of
just started
heated up.
shopping at Aldi, so I got stuff.
Oh, she's
Okay,
got
in
a
the interest
keto
of
link,
time,
too. I'll
I
check
stopped
that
the
one
camera
out.
for about a minute, but boom, here we go. Eggs are
I did
looking
some more
mostly
edits. I
cooked,
cut out
so
some
here's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do, just to kind
Some
of
of the-
move
some
things
of the
along
dead.
here.
Under 5 minutes or something.
I am
like
going to
that, so-
flip.
Where are we at? About 220.
And oh my god, how easy was that? Now I didn't have to break the egg if I just wanted to do like eggs over medium. I could have just boom, done that. My bacon's looking wonderful. That's taken no time whatsoever.
Only better. The George
Now
Foreman
the other
actually
fun
gets
part of
too
this
hot.
is I like to
Yeah.
actually get the bread a
You know,
little bit
be
grilled.
great if
So
there
here's
was
what
a,
I'm going to do. I'm going to
temperature,
drop
yeah.
temperature
the
adjustment.
eggs on
Yeah, it's
top
kinda
of each
all or
other.
none.
Leave a little space. I'm going to go back. This is my keto buns. And I'm going to hit these with a little extra spray. Boom.
Toasty buns.
And
Nothing's
boom.
better.
Nothing. Yeah.
And I'm going to drop the hammer on this.
And in fact, that only improves the taste of keto buns.
Okay, so I got my plate. Let's take a look. Oh, nice and toasty. We're going to put that down for a
My
little bit
recently
more.
renovated kitchen.
Whilst
too.
I'm doing that,
right.
I'm going to throw a slice of cheese in between. Drop it down, maybe 30 more seconds, and I'm good to go.
Editing.
Dun-dun-dun.
Okay, so let's take one more look. Buns toasted on one side and a little grilled on the other.
We're doing a cooking show, I
That's
decided.
Ouch.
So
Where's my
Naja,
spatula?
dust off your
Look at that
recipes
bacon.
and
That
get
bacon
them
is
where
in
you and I are
perfect
going to do a
shape, so
cooking
we're gonna
show.
drop that down.
Don't know when it's going to
cheese
start, what
melted
night.
all
But
over
it'd be
the
great
place,
time to
so-
start it just before the holidays so we can get people
You
to
can start in Dean's kitchen.
start in my kitchen. Bring my kit. I'm going to bring my
Probably
kitchen
could've
right
just
here.
left the
That Foreman
cheese off
grill,
until the very
grill
last
tried
second.
it.
Yeah,
So
fit right here.
It's hot and boom.
now we're at the assembly
Take that, and
phase.
you know what? I'm such a cheese freak that I will scrape off the melty cheese
Waste not wanting it.
Burnt
right
cheese
off
is
my
even
George
better.
Foreman. Nothing tastes better
That's
than
actually a meal. Have you ever
burnt
seen that?
cheese or
Yeah, oh, yeah.
melted cheese. Whoop. A little piece there just kind of started sneaking
Actually,
away
speaking
from
of
me.
keto,
And
I'm sure Naja can probably,
presentation.
if she
of
hasn't done it, I make
is
pizzas out of
everything.
cheese.
Yep.
It really is good.
And there it
look
is.
at that sandwich.
There's the end
You
picture.
can't get
There
that
we go.
at McD's, at the
Everybody
Golden
want a taste?
Arches, or
We'll cut it
anyplace
out.
else here. You can only get
Goat
it
cheese
at
is life, Naja says.
Restaurant
I love vegan cheese.
Dean.
Well, there we go.
That is amazing. Okay, so this is my George Foreman recipe for breakfast. Take care.
And for all those that didn't notice, I
That
am
is
Batman.
sweet. Can't wait to eat.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
So, look at that. Much applause. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the Academy and all those out there that appreciate my work. It's a passion.
It's not very
project.
often that you're the director, the writer, the actor, and the filmmaker all at the same time.
Yeah, it's actually a bit of a shit show, but yeah. So anyway, if you're just tuning in, this is not a cooking show.
No, that was
This
just
is not a cooking show. We are here to talk about business, side hustle,
not yet.
small business, micro business. That's a name I just haven't been around a lot, though, the term micro business.
Yeah, I'm still trying to define that one properly. I've seen different definitions, and I'm not real clear.
I think to some, I think it's a reference point, because for some people, less than 4 people would be a micro business. I've always considered myself a small business. I'm a small business of technically 1.
I think it's scalability
And
or something
I believe
like that.
Naja is a small businesswoman of 1.
Yeah.
Which means we put all our time into something.
Mm-hmm.
We run it as a business. When we need help, we hire help, but it's a small business. But now other people might consider that a micro business, something you just kind of do, you fulfill, and you get the checks. So
I don't know if you can consider hers a micro business if she does a party of 100 people.
Micro businesses do become millionaires. Well, you know,
they can.
Then I'll call myself a micro business. When's the check coming, Naja? When's the check coming? That's my thought process here. The check should be in the mail, right? And yeah, micro business.
So I guess my mining farm's a micro business.
How many years will it take for you to be a millionaire?
Man, that's a good question. Don't know yet. Still calculating that.
Your great grandchildren?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it on to them.
I think it's one of those things that as the mining business grows, then if you keep doubling down, if you keep rolling your profits back into more production,
sure.
Based on that principle, it's like if you double a dollar. How many times is it?
It's rule of 70, rule of 72 or something like that, I think, or doubles or something.
Every time if you take a dollar and double it, it's $2, $4, $8. So many times you get to $1 million. It's not that far.
No, it's not.
Surprised on how quickly by doubling your money you get to that $1 million.
Actually, I showed you the penny one, didn't I?
It probably started from a penny. I think.
Do the penny one?
Yeah.
Technically, if you could do it based on the formula every day, you'd be there in a month. Yeah, the real suckage part is that you have to actually, when you hit like 100,000 or 10,000 or 50,000, you have to actually double that. Yeah,
and that's where
it gets hard.
A penny, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, even $100, $1,000. Then it gets a little bit more complicated. It's actually beyond up till like day 21. Yeah, it's next to nothing. Once you hit that threshold, it becomes insane. It's like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do that? I tell you what, I will find that formula and bring it in for a show just for grins. And I was just saying, well, she's says 5 years, 400 people. She's reacting to other things, that things we've been talking about. 400 people. I'm guessing that might be more of a small business. I don't know. 5 years, probably. How many years is it going to take for your mining? I don't know. Maybe. Defined as a business with 10 employees or less. Well, so interestingly I've heard that also, Maria. I hit a threshold. Yeah. So my Celsius account, which is one of my interest-based accounts, I finally hit the threshold where I can start to borrow from it. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I can borrow without selling my crypto, assuming it doesn't lose the value below that amount at 1%. So now you're gonna have to talk about that a little bit. So sure. I'm just gonna type in something here, put in a new banner, and we're gonna have our topic. So go ahead and tell us about crypto. Tell us what you just said. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So I've been working for quite a while, building up accounts with my crypto, and one of the ones that really drew me to it was a company called Celsius, and they pay interest. I get 6% on my crypto. Okay, so a company called Celsius. Is correct. That a crypto? Is that a coin? You can. They have a coin. It's called Cell token. They call it Cell, CEL, of their own token, and which you can also earn interest on. But, right. And they have variants of coins. You can do Ethereum, you can do crypto, but once it hits a certain threshold, which in my case, it's I think a little over $2,000 worth. Right. It hits that number that it needs to be at, and I could borrow at 500 increments. Right. At 1%. And the nice thing is how I plan on doing this is, I get weekly crypto. 1%. 1%. You're taking a loan out, but it's you're taking a loan against the money you already have. Yes, I'm basically staking my crypto. So you're staking as a whole loan too. Yeah, but at 1%, I'm paying off bigger numbers somewhere else. So yes, but okay, so that particular Celsius, what kind of return do you get on that normally? About 6%. 6%. So say you have 10 grand, or say you have $100 in it. Sure. And you're getting 6%. So you're getting $6 a year. Correct. Okay. But obviously, when you hit a certain point, you can take loans against that.
Correct.
Now, does that change the 6%?
Yeah. So what happens is when the amount I have staked, you do not earn at that point in time. But if I add more, you can. So if I keep adding above
10 grand in this particular in Celsius, and you need a loan for 5 grand, say the
whatever.
A meteor fell through the roof.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to get it fixed. Okay. So you need 5 grand. So you borrowed 5 grand. So now you're only earning 6% off that 5 grand.
Yes.
The 5 grand
correct,
you didn't loan against.
Yes. Correct.
And then 1%. Now, is there a payment structure back? So
it's incremental. So let's say it goes, all right, I'm going to borrow it for 6 months. And let's say I can pay it off in a month. You can do that, but you still have to pay 6 months. But 6 months worth of interest is like $2.
Okay. Right. So basically what you're doing is, so now who sets the payment? Is Celsius set a payment saying, I want you to pay this much money back like a bank would?
I think they have an increment cycle. In other words, the interest is and I haven't done it yet. So I got to see how that fully works, but I'm going to pay it with crypto.
Right.
That I'm building from my crypto that I'm mining. So I'm not paying it out of my pocket,
So Celsius is actually, they're collecting the 1% of that loan.
Sure.
So that's where they're living off of the 1%.
Yeah, they're in billions of dollars.
Now, is the 6% like a dividend? Like you're getting a percentage of all the money coming through? So you kind of
percentage of my money,
just of your money.
Okay. But it pays there are every Monday. It pays.
I think our friend Joe was talking about something where you're actually staking other people. So you're getting a dividend.
Well, that's where they're borrowing your crypto.
Where other people are borrowing your crypto, and you're getting a percentage of the percentage of whatever.
But it's a little bit safer because it's backed based on crypto. Because the person who's borrowing it needs the money, but they don't want to sell their crypto.
Yeah,
they can pay it back over time, and it's still cheap comparative to bank rates.
Right.
But I'm taking something 1%. Yeah, I was earning 6%, but I'm paying off something for 9%.
Right.
So it really, at the end of the day, still, makes sense to do so.
Okay. So I noticed this morning I looked.
Yeah.
I went on Coinbase. I looked, and of course my Algorand dipped a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still over $1, but I haven't looked as of like this.
I think it was
particular moment.
The last I looked.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. Just look at prices. Look at Algorand.
I'm gonna say $1.06. I think that's where it was.
Come on. It says the whole market is down 3%, 3.6%.
Yeah, everything took a little bit of a
Algorand. Is it saying it's right at $1?
Oh wow, it dropped more.
It dropped a little bit more.
Yeah, because even Bitcoin came down quite a bit.
It's down 5%. So it was about $1.05 probably in the last 24 hours. And before that, it was like $1. I think it topped at like $1.17. So in theory, I was right. It did jump up in August, but it seemed to have kind of a short, a short.
There's a lot of craziness going on out there right now, and it may be affecting it. It's hard to say. So.
And of course, our friends Bitcoin, they are 47,000. There's a lot of happy people out there, unless they bought over 50, in which case they're going, come on.
But if that's all it drops down to, it's still good.
Oh my God, look at Cardano, 258. It's crazy.
And even it dropped 6%.
I know my brother is probably thrilled with his Cardano investment.
Maybe he'll pop on tonight.
Well, maybe he will. Yeah. So Cardano has just been look at Cardano for the last
month. So that's a nice curve there. That's not it's not straight up. It's a nice
never breached $3, but pretty damn close.
Came pretty close.
So anyway, so we're not showing you. Sorry, I should have shared the screen, but we're just kind of talking about Coinbase and some of the pricing on that. Bitcoin's doing very well right now for the moment, and some of the others are. And
the projecting over the next couple of years is actually pretty good from what I'm reading. But you know how that is. That's all speculation. So.
Right. So so we'll see. And how's your mining going?
Actually, it's going really good. I think I just lost one of my devices though, and I'm kind of bummed about that.
Oh, one of
my cards that was kind of suspect to begin with. It's the one my son had that was just sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go and the computer you let me borrow.
Yep.
The computer seems fine, but the card just doesn't want to cooperate anymore. So I am looking for a replacement because I'm going solar soon.
Right.
Which means I will be adding more devices.
Solar.
Yeah.
Free power, free energy.
I'm going to be loving that. I'll take that up to
everybody.
The threshold.
No, what you need to do is you need to figure out what kind of excess you have and call all the neighbors and say, run you a cord to my house. I'll charge you what, $50 a month.
You never know.
What do you need? What do you need? Georgia's Power Shop. I'll rent you an extension cord. There's a side hustle right there.
Never know.
You'll be the guy. So everybody look at Georgia's house when your power goes out and grab your extension cord. So what do you guys use to indicate?
So if I understand what you're asking, you're talking about how are we looking at it to determine what we want to buy? What kind of indicators? I don't right now. I don't use any. I buy what I believe is going to be sustainable over a period of time, and they all earn interest. So I'm not too concerned about it.
I've got some dice.
Yeah.
Roll the dice. I don't know really who, what, even buying stocks, buying whatever you can, is there a magic potion? Is there a way to predict, stocks going up?
There is
other than when Musk is bragging about some coin. How awesome wouldn't it be awesome? If that were the case, I'd be saying Algorand. Hey, wouldn't Algorand be nice? Everybody, why don't you go out and buy Algorand right now?
And now that you have Dean's Kitchen, they're going to listen to you.
Yeah, they shall listen, because I will bring back the kitchen every week. And
so there are what's called moving averages, which give you some good guidelines.
Yeah.
And some of the free charting programs will let you put them in there, and they give you certain indications. And if you watch them, and it's a lot easier to see something in the past, so you can see how how the theory works. But they will generally show you when something is going to ride for a while in one direction or another.
No guarantees, so right?
There is no guarantees, correct?
Zero. So when there's zero guarantees, there's zero.
It's a likelihood, not a prediction.
Yeah, I mean,
because it could easily just turn right back around and go that way.
When I flip a coin, I have a 50-50 chance I'm going to be right.
Yeah,
that never increases or decreases.
Nope.
One out of every two.
It's either heads or tails.
It's either going to be heads or it's going to be tails.
Yeah.
And predicting whether a stock's going to go up or down. See, now there are other people out there, and in the stock market, there's the people, the influencers that, like Musk, can kind of talk about something and make the numbers levitate.
Or someone that's got millions of dollars
against something. Hence, remember the GameStop fiasco. People were trying to inflate something.
Well, no, they were trying to deflate it.
Well, deflate it, yes.
And the other side said, no, we're inflating it.
Well, they were trying to deflate it because they were trying to inflate their hold on it. They were trying to corner the market.
They wanted to cash in.
And they're not doing pork bellies, they were doing gaming. Which and
it backfired.
What's the chicken futures like right now? Because everywhere I'm eating out, there's a chicken.
I don't know.
There's a chicken shortage. What is this? I'm going to do a quick Google.
Well, I know that you can
chicken
pork bellies. You can
shortage,
trade, but I don't know about chicken.
Yes, well, places I'm going to, is there really a chicken shortage? Chickens only have 2 wings, and these are consumed more than the rest of the people. Okay, that's funny. All right, I gotta put this up on the. I gotta do a screen share. This I did chicken shortage. I'm sure if anyone's gone out to eat in the last couple of weeks, there's been this little piece of paper on the menu, little post-it note. By the way, if you're gonna order chicken, guess what? It's gonna be more expensive. There's gonna be a surcharge on chicken.
Wow.
I went to the wing house just the other day. Right on the table was a little piece of paper saying if you want wings, you're going to pay an extra $2 for 5 wings.
That's crazy.
So, but then we had a chicken sandwich and it was the same price. So I'm guessing just the wings.
Well, because it was all ground up and
chicken breast sandwich. I mean, you're talking not like at the fast food joints. You're talking, a place that you're getting a slice of breast of chicken kind of thing. So, we're getting out. I'm off topic here, but let me pull this topic off.
We have many months to cover anything we're trying to cover.
Right. So,
trying to make it interesting.
Right. So, yeah, I don't have a title for chicken shortage.
You don't.
So,
but that's
okay. So here we go. We're going to go in. Let me do a screen share here real quick. Share screen. Let's just go right to a Chrome. Chicken shortage. There we go. Boom. So is there a chicken shortage? I just typed that in and
lo and behold,
there is a chicken shortage. That's what they're saying. Is there really chickens only have 2 wings, and if these are consumed more than the rest of the pieces, there will be a shortage of wings and a greater supply of other parts of the chicken, which cause an increase of price in most.
So just don't get wings.
That's it. Is there really a chicken? So why is there a national chicken shortage? During COVID, a lot of them were hit with the virus and shut down for 2 weeks at a time. National brands rely on national contracts and large volume, which rely on those meat processing plants. So it could have been one of the plants got closed for some reason.
I know some of the pork ones had it. They kind
of chicken shortage. So, I'm thinking if you're out there with
everybody,
what does that do? If that forces the prices up, or if you bought futures in chicken with some of these, if you bought chicken futures, I just, it's kind of going back to the 80s with that Eddie Murphy movie, and buying pork bellies and
orange juice,
frozen concentrated,
trading places,
chicken futures. What are chicken futures, and is somebody making money? Now, I love eggs for breakfast, as you know. Will that force an egg shortage? And
I don't know. Don't they lay 1 egg per day or something like that?
Oh, I don't
think they lay multiples.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I heard, but I can't,
So,
because I'm all about filling my backyard with
chickens.
Okay, so
why is chicken so expensive right now? James Fisher from the Delmarva Chicken Association said that the reason for the increasing prices are likely due to both supply and demand.
Yeah.
Supply has been tight, especially in the southern states. Hey, there we are. Due to unpredictable winter weather.
They watching the news or what?
And that was posted in June. So winter weather. They're talking. I mean, that doesn't quite make a lot of sense. But both experts say that
under
there's
86.
also a booming demand for poultry right now. I don't know. What are they doing? Are they just saying, the price of chicken went up? Okay, the chicken wing place, they said the price of chicken, but does that mean the drummies too? Because you got 2 wings and 2 drums.
Sure.
Or maybe they're just amputating the legs, the wings, and the drums, and keeping the chicken making eggs. So if there's not an egg shortage. As far as I know, there's not an egg shortage, so maybe there's a bunch of.
That was just wrong.
I know, but I had to go there because you think across the board. All right, we're gonna go back to doing a screen share, but so I don't know, but I'm just gonna say that maybe it's just chicken wings.
Probably it sounds that way.
Could be COVID related, could be whatever, could be Elon Musk says I hate chicken and
right,
and then expecting the chicken.
Got some comments. Let's see what we got going on there.
Oh my God, look at all the comments. All right, so we got to back up here. Shortage in business. How do you budget if you? Oh, okay, we're gonna get to that. A dose of Purdue wings costs $30 at Publix. Okay, so that's probably where we started losing. A dozen Purdue wings cost $30 at Publix. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's retail. Obviously the other places are getting them.
And I know some people that own
Insane.
business, and they keep telling me, chicken was one of the ones. They said it's astronomical for them to buy, and they buy it in bulk. So it's probably worse now.
Not just saying pork used to be cheap. Now it costs more than chicken. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I would see, I go to Sam's Club and, I go there and, pork, pork chops, pork, whatever I didn't notice an amazing amount of increased prices, but
do you increase price or do you add a product? I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, no, I was just saying we are getting the chicken from China. Yeah, I'm sure. Chinese chicken. That's a song. Wait a minute. The Chinese chicken.
I don't know. It takes some months to come over on that boat, so
yeah,
it probably won't be good when it gets here.
No, they take the chickens, live chickens.
Oh,
so they survive the trip just to come all the way to the U.S. Then they get their poor little legs and wings hacked off. And I'm sorry, animal lovers out there. We're doing this purely for the comedy.
Killing it tonight.
We're doing this purely for the comedy. We're not making a statement against the ethical treatment of animals, but we are we do like our chickens. So anyway, going back to how do you budget if you have a shortage in business? So I'm guessing or if you're in the food business, you have a shortage in chicken, you can't get chicken. What do? Do you pivot? Well, I think you pivot. I think people have to understand. I don't think people like to be surprised. What would you prefer? Would you prefer just not being able to get chicken and then go, I'll just pick something else? That's the thing. Oh, we ran out of chicken.
Yeah,
you pick something else. Rarely does somebody actually get up, walk out the door.
Oh, no chicken. No.
Damn it! Unless you're
down the street.
Unless you're at KFC or Popeyes or something like that, you walk in for chicken. They say they're out of chicken. You go,
you're a chicken place.
You got
any burgers?
No. They don't sell. What does someone like that do?
Yeah.
Now, Naja and I were talking, and she was mentioning, that she'd been bringing in. She's sampling some other types of foods to put out in her hot dog cart.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, you should do that. Absolutely. And she's testing it. She's not like buying a truck full of food just to try and sell it.
Yeah, you buy enough that 10 people can try it. Something like that.
Right.
Even in the what he was asking about budget and if you have a shortage in business, our hot dog cart's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to have that thing stocked for 500 people because you end up with wasted food, and all of a sudden only 5 show up.
But he could be asking, what if you have a shortage in business, which means you have less sales, less customers?
Sure, yeah.
Not just a shortage in supply. So there's two different things there.
You're right.
Do I have a shortage in supplies for my business, or do I have a shortage in business?
Yeah.
Shortage in business means you got to pivot.
Yeah.
You got to pivot. You got to go where the business is, especially in a mobile hot dog cart. You have to go where the business is.
Sure.
Or you got to be one hell of a online marketer and be able to, you got to be able to just kind of flag people down. You got to let them know. You got to constantly in this day and age, if you're a business and you're trying to survive, we can't be everywhere. I can't open up 20 production studios in Orlando just so I'm at every street corner with a big golden arch sign. I just can't. I just can't do that. I don't have that kind of numbers. But
that's what he meant.
So he meant shortage in business. Sure. So
that's kind of what I was alluding to.
I mean, the private parties, if you're in vending food sales, you gotta constantly search for the next great thing.
Well, the parties are kind of nicer because you almost know what you're coming into. Yeah, you ask about how many people do you have coming,
and you gotta sometimes you gotta piggyback on somebody else's thing.
Sure.
Whether maybe it's about creating your own event. So how do I get, so you find a half a dozen, maybe 3 or 4 other vendors, and then pick a location, and then all of a sudden you are a farmer's market, or you are a, an evening out downtown somewhere, Winter Garden, Winter Springs, Winter Park, all the winter places are covered. Orlando, College Park. Sometimes you just got to kind of pick an area
somewhere where people are.
with it, in New York City, the vendors just kind of go anywhere. They pick a corner, park, and the people come to them. I remember being in Washington, D.C., and last time I was doing some business there, we're doing an event there, and we're kind of what is it called? The mall, the Capitol, right around the Capitol and everything. And all the streets around that area are just at a certain time of day, all of the food trucks parked there.
Yeah.
And that's all you see amidst the Washington Monument.
Along the road. Yeah.
They park along just about every street. So if you're walking around the mall, you are walking by 200 trucks, and that's where the people are. So I don't know, is it what about the Orlando Magic? Is there a place going in or out of the Orlando Magic where you can park on the street and be a vendor? Is that even possible?
Sometimes they
because
limit
you're going to have
5,
10,000 people walking by your truck,
and they know it's going to be really expensive when they go inside.
Then you got to look at other ways. They have concerts. They have so what does it take to become a vendor outside to catch people going in, going out?
Yeah, concerts. They do shirts.
They do shirts.
I don't know if they're legal,
like the Citrus Bowl. Citrus Bowl, the January 1 game day bowl, Capital One Bowl, whatever they're calling it this year. We called it the Citrus Bowl. There's hundreds and hundreds of vendors, and a lot of them just take up parking space. And they probably have to get a vendor permit, obviously, and things like that.
They want some kind of money out of it.
And then you've got 10, 20,000 people walking around the area. So just finding a spot where there's going to be a crowd.
Sure. Actually,
where are we at?
Letchy has a good question. He was talking about what are the signs on when it's time to pivot. And for me,
when the bank account does this,
but you can't base it on 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. You have, if you're consistently buying more food than you can sell,
then you got to just buy less food.
But if you're buying less food, then you never make a profit, and that costs you more to travel there. You may be looking at.
I know in their case, they're importing food from New York, so
that's got to have a hit.
That's got to be a bit, but they don't have they've got product nobody else has. So that's a great marketing tool. Now they just got to get to the numbers. And I think even Naja parked out front here has, I think it's been a slow build, a slow burn, but I think some of that is probably going to be affected by the latest COVID outbreak. The tick up in, people are going out less or something like that.
I'm actually curious, Naja, do you get a lot of repeat customers? Like people that you see that happen to come by day after day, or no? Is it just all random?
I think a lot of the delivery guys that go up and down the street, they're constantly
the Amazon trucks.
She told me something about Amazon, but projected costs and your profit, if it's trending down, you have to do something different. Absolutely. I think so. I think if you see a trend, you don't always have to change completely. But you do have to pivot a little bit now and then and say, let me try this. Constantly try new things. If it's in my business, this past year has been do more podcasting, webcasting, things like that. And you pivot, you try some things. And of course, the floodgates just didn't open. But what it did do is increase my visibility with people who did. And then they go, oh, yeah, look at him. Look at what he's doing. I could do that. And a lot of people that have come to me asking me to do stuff had that principle. He can do that. I can do that. And that's, sometimes that's all it takes for what I did, how I pivoted. But it was kind of a pivot I wanted to go into anyway. So
yeah. She's saying she's actually not getting the delivery guys. So,
well, yeah, but it's not just, you might not even know half of them are delivery guys as they're driving by. They could just be, delivering parts for the local unbranded vehicles, a few links people. Yeah. So there's a links. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So, but yeah.
So Naja, did you go over to the Frito-Lay place and put your little
how do you
cards?
how do you get them crossing the street?
Yeah.
That's the thing. How do you get those guys to cross the street? Because I know they cross Silver Star, because I know a lot of the factory that's right across the street from me, they're crossing the other side to get to the sub shop over there. Because but
it could be a possibility for her business.
What?
Let's say they don't want to come across here, but let's say they phoned in an order. If you had some ability to take it over there, you could take over like a party box. Just a thought. Say, hey, I can do 10 hot dogs for X amount of dollars and 4 or 5 chips, and boom.
Hot dog delivery service.
Yeah, we're just local at this point. She's cooking them over here.
Yeah,
you got a place right across the street that's probably got hundreds of people in there.
All right, so here's the thing. Speaking of going back to the wing business, speaking of like wings, I usually, when we eat lunch up the street, and there's flyers, wings. Of course, when we're not eating hot dogs.
Well, yeah.
We're always eating hot dogs, but once in a while we have to eat some wings. But so we go there. Now they used to not flyers, but the Wing House. They used to send a couple of their girls, their waitresses, and their outfits, and they used to go shop to shop right down John Young. And hand out coupons like, buy 5 get 5 free, whatever. And they used to go in, boom, or mention a special, bring a menu. They walk in, and they haven't done that in years.
Yeah.
But they used to kind of come right down business to business, do something like that. Now, of course, you need to get your menu, you need to get your menu together so that somehow you can reach those people across the street at the factory and saying, look, I can do a bulk order if you all get together, and maybe, so you just got to kind of reach one person over there. All you got to do is get involved with one person. Is there a break room? Maybe there's a manager, a facility manager. Walk over there saying, hey, look, I'm right across the street. And I'm here these days, and if you need hot dogs. So there's probably somebody that has access to the break room. The facility manager probably.
Yeah, create a flyer,
walk over there and says, hey, we're right across the street, and I'll bet you they'll walk across. They just have to know you're here. So, and you got to be here the time they obviously want.
Well, so the problem probably, when she's setting up, they're probably already in the building, so they probably don't see it.
Right.
By the time they get to work, it's before, and they leave after.
Absolutely.
So, you may want to think about that. I would.
Yeah.
Increase your business. If you can do that just by 10 people a day is worth it.
Most of the time doing a restaurant thing is you gotta sometimes you gotta give some sample it out to people.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm not saying that because I know you're right at the, you don't have a whole lot of marketing budget when you're doing that, but you gotta really invest some time in and hitting at least within a mile in every direction. Any business that might have more than 10, 20 people in it, and then go, how do I get something to you?
Yeah,
because they'll figure out a way to come to you. They'll have the kid.
If they know about it, sure.
If they got a kid doing deliveries, they'll say, I'll just send them out to get some hot dogs, New York style,
Yeah.
And they'll figure out how to get to you. They'll figure out how to get to, but they do have to know.
Sure.
They do have to know you're here. And
they could be traveling, going to lunch every day and not come this way just because they don't.
Figuring out how you can walk into a McDonald's or Wendy's and put your flyer up on their window. Think that would be okay?
Just drop it by accident and
Oops.
keep walking.
Oops. Somehow you gotta,
So every day I keep finding these hot dog flyers on the floor.
Or you get the drive-through and you put your menu right up over there. The drive-through. You duct tape it down, and then
look, there's a unicorn.
Turn left. So I don't know. There's That's comedy, folks. That is not a business practice we provide. So, man, 50 minutes have gone by. We didn't even get to the point where what
we
we're
didn't, but that's
talk
okay.
about. But we're having fun doing it.
But that's okay. We will do it next week and probably have more.
So, yeah, well,
because we did have a pretty good slide together too.
We did some slides. We had a thing, and I just don't want to,
you guys have to come back next week.
The last 9 minutes of the show.
I don't want to rush it. It's good stuff.
Other things, so much debating is going on COVID. Not that I want to spend any real time on COVID, but FDA finally approved. In the last couple of weeks, FDA approved. What is it? Pfizer's?
Yeah, I think it was Pfizer's.
Delivery. So
and apparently a couple more are coming, but.
Oh, Maria says, contact the HR department and see if they want to do an employee appreciation event.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There's a good one.
Oh, my God. Look up, Naja. Look up. Maria had mentioned, gave a really great, I'm not, companies around here. Yeah, I'm sure there's an HR there. And, maybe you can even partner up with another vendor, somebody that does dessert or somebody that does whatever. And you can, an employee appreciation event, and you go in and there's your 100, 200 people, whatever. There's your, and then of course, like Naja says, she doesn't just sell normal beef hot dogs. She does the other ones, the healthy stuff,
good stuff.
The healthy stuff, we'll call it that.
Your stock went up.
My derma stocks went up. Nice, good for you. That might be your
lottery ticket,
your retirement there. So I don't know. I think there's so many parts of how to network and market yourself. Vegan dogs, right? Naja has vegan dogs.
And Maria was saying that a lot of companies do food truck days, and back in the day, even my companies, they used to do big events where they kind of had a whole parking lot,
right?
And they would usually have like either Bubbaloo's or something, and all the like
the bigger places,
the events that you would have, and they're I think they'll come back.
Yeah,
they'll come back.
You got to get creative with what's going on, where the traffic is, where people are going.
Sure.
And it's not just about the farmers market. Farmers market's a nice idea in concept.
Sure.
But, you got to also think, well, most farmers markets start wrapping up by lunch. You know? And if you're a lunch truck.
It also depends on where you are in their, because they probably may have hit 5, 6, 8 food vendors before they even get to you. You never know if you're going to be the one they choose. So
yeah, and a lot, I've been told a lot of them are hard to get into.
Yeah, sure.
They charge a lot. They charge a percentage of your business on top of a fee. I'd say let's figure out a way to create our own event.
She says no, they're not.
No, they're not. Oh, what are they?
I'm assuming it's not hard to get into them.
Oh, they are hard. No, she's told me they're very difficult to get into, but I'm not sure the no, they're not as
I'm not either. We're not sure which comment that came in from.
No,
we can't keep it straight anymore.
You have to pay for your spot and pay a percentage, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very competitive. Let's just call it that, competitive.
Sure.
And so what? Then we've got to create an event. Find some other like-minded people that want to network and market and figure out a way to do like what we're going to do. We've mentioned that we're going to do another open house.
We got our 50 coming up, but it'll be 75 by the time we get it done.
We probably missed
We'll call it 50.
We probably missed show 50 already.
We're getting real close, if not there.
We've passed.
Yeah, so, I got to go check the numbers again. I can't keep track.
Yeah. So
we'll call it 50 anyway.
I think it's all in the event. A friend of mine, Daniel, last week did the wrestling event. Had a lot of people there. And I'm not, I know they're handling the food, so they had food, obviously. And but it can't be like a normal restaurant that serves food, because it takes 30 minutes to serve you.
It's got to be stuff you can put in hot boxes.
You got to
be ready to go,
ready to serve,
like
ready
pork
to eat.
And that kind of stuff.
So I'm just kind of thinking that there's probably, you just gotta, you gotta find the locations, find the events, and being here on John Young Parkway,
Nausya's ready.
Right. Well, we're gonna do our cooking show first.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna kick that off, Nausea. We're gonna do our cooking show, and then maybe use that to springboard, an event.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do an event, So people love food. How do you not, be interested when there's a food event coming around? So,
do you know the theme of the cooking show yet? Is it going to be?
I
personally think it should be non-professional.
Well, Nausea wants to. She's got a whole keto list of recipes, and I'm pro keto too.
Yeah, I could kick in some,
but I don't think it needs to be a keto show.
No,
I think it just could be.
You could throw some in there, here and there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and it, and I don't just want to put stuff in. It's like, ooh, it tastes just like this.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, but it's not. It's soy or it's this or that.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend. But yeah, so I'm thinking like, we should probably just branch off, do a modern day Thrive cooking show.
Sure, why not?
And we'll branch off to another night, and do a Thrive food show, and we'll do some keto, yes. We'll do some healthy, and then we'll do some not so healthy. Sure. Probably like my egg sandwiches that morning, which was a combination of no carbs. But
should I bring my smoker over?
Smokers take a while. You can't do a cooking show for smoke. I mean, it's like you smoke for 9 hours, and then
not everything though.
So you go, here's what I do, and I put it in the oven.
You can do some sausages pretty quick.
9 hours later, and boom, food comes out. I don't have patience for smoking.
Oh man, that's the bomb.
Yeah, you got to leave it on all day.
That's
though.
The bomb.
If it's gonna, the better it is the better it's going.
So you can smoke a ham in 20 minutes because what you're doing is heating the darn thing.
You're right.
And they're really good.
I actually have a smoker box that goes in my grill, and I just, and that does, but man, something about smoking when you get the smoke flavoring inside, and you see how far that smoke got into the meat.
Yeah.
That tells you how many hours they spent smoking it.
Yeah.
And a ham is very porous anyway, so
use liquid smoke. Yeah, that's true.
You mean
that's cheating?
Well, Burger King uses kind of a flame broil.
Yeah, that's how they get their taste so good.
Yeah, considering the burger goes from frozen to flame broiled in
30 seconds,
no time whatsoever. But not saying I don't love it. I do.
I like Burger King. I don't understand how they're not more popular because they're really not.
Smoked paprika.
Love
that. Yes, I love. Best thing ever, smoked cheese.
Oh yeah,
smoked cheese. I found
you got some smoked Swiss or something.
Maria will attest to this. I found some cheese. It was a smoked Swiss cheese. You cannot find smoked Swiss cheese almost anywhere on the planet. But there's this one vendor up in the Midwest, and they used to have it at Publix, and lately
it's gone.
They just either discontinued ordering it, and we'd have to go right there. But smoked Swiss cheese, that was by far. I'm okay with Swiss, but that smoked Swiss was incredible.
Nice.
And
I've never had it.
Figure out a way to smoke cheese. And they say it's pretty easy. It doesn't take long, but but yeah,
how do you get it all the way through the cheese? Because if you have a block of cheese, it's like this, or do they have it in layers?
And won't the cheese melt? And so I guess you have to put it in something that's going to keep the shape.
Yeah, you're probably not. It's
you need
not
to
the
figure
heat.
out.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
You need to do a smoked. Get a brick of cheese.
We can play with that.
Smoke that cheese.
Because even low, because
yes, I am the king of cheese, and I'm Batman. So you just
you can't probably do it in a smoker box because the fact that the heat totally just kind of, and that would probably melt it even low.
I am the king of cheese, and I am Batman. So
I'll have to look that one up and see because I have not tried
that. That was just an incredible cheese, and I need to find a way find a way to get more smoked Swiss cheese. So
there's a Burger King fact.
Opened on Futon Street in Brooklyn, 1980. Still uses the fire grill, and they have a chimney. I was just there 3 weeks ago. Grew up there.
Nice,
cool. Yeah, I love just businesses that just we were here 50 years, and blah blah blah. Of course, that's 40 years, but close. How many remember Burger Chef? Do you ever?
I don't remember.
That was another burger franchise that I believe has been gone for a few decades.
I've never heard of
Burger Chef.
Huh.
Yeah, it was just another burger joint, but hard to believe Hardee's is still around, but yet they are
very few. But yeah,
well, I think
there used to be one right down the street there.
I think in certain parts of the country, they're very, they're very
death friendly.
They're very much out there, but we still have a few in Orlando.
There used to be one right down on
Silver Star?
Lee Road and Orlando Avenue or whatever. There used to be one right on that corner.
One right down the street on Silver Star. So.
Well, there may still be there, but there used to be one down there, and that one's, I think, now gone. They've revamped that area. So
why? How do we get on food?
I don't know.
Of course, they started the show on food. And here we are back again. Food. Oh, why? Because Naja, our queen of hot dogs.
But you know what? Food is a business. So we're good.
Such a good business.
It is.
I mean, not to
smoke.
For me,
is low heat. Yeah, that's true. But geez, I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna see if I end up with cheese all over my grill.
Oh, let's not say worst anything here. We don't want to call anybody out. Food is life. Yes, that's the. That's the way to go here. So anyways, that's about it. I think we will be continuing this food conversation.
We'll have to start
probably
next week
on a different night, and then we're gonna kick in. I think I cursed us by bringing out my food.
I think
my breakfast thing.
We
I think
started right
from
the beginning.
Show, so we didn't actually get to anything else, and now we've been talking food all hour long,
and we spent time on it as well.
And now I'm hungry.
Yeah,
now I'm hungry. So
and we're going to a cafe.
Yes,
so we're gonna end up getting food there.
Hey, everybody, look for Naja and the Vintage Hot Dog Cart and the Vintage Hot Dog Cart Catering on Facebook. Look for them. If you're doing a party, you definitely need to reach out to them and get her to do a party for you, because that's great. It's a wonderful thing. If not, you want to sample the food, meaning buy a hot dog. You want to buy a hot dog. You just come cruising down John Young between Princeton and Silver Star and look to the west as you're coming up. And if you see her big umbrella out, then she's selling hot dogs. So
get that propane refilled.
Yeah, just make sure you got propane. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I got for tonight. We got a place to be, so we're gonna just dispense with the formalities and get the hell out of here. So thank you for joining us. Please again, follow, and share. This is how we thrive. This is how we do it, and we're going to have some more interesting stuff next week to talk about. We've got some things happening here. Anyway,
we keep forgetting about Instagram over there. We need to.
Yeah, our friends over on Instagram, they're just kind of watching the madness here. And that's it. That's all I got. We're getting out of here. So
guys, have a good night.
If I can find the logo to punch up, and then we're gone. Goodbye. Good night.